Goodbye note to Debbie Fuller. Pass it on. Whoever this Debbie Fuller is in your poems, she ought to be collecting royalties. A loyal reader. When we passed those notes to each other and laughed behind Miss Jago's back in Hamilton School, we were flirting with real danger. The secret insults and atonement that passed for our friendship seemed effortless in cursive, too easily could have become a part of our permanent record. Those days we got away with more than we ever imagined. So many ways of saying, I'm sorry again, I won't do it anymore, and I promise not to get you into trouble from now on, as if we could help ourselves. If I've named names under pressure in my life since then, in the late-night interrogation rooms of the heart, if I've had to write out one more doctored confession, give up on maintaining my innocence one more night, and your name is the one I keep coming back to, I'll admit it. You're the alibi I've needed, the only one who can place me miles and years away from the dried blood, the chalked outline of childhood on the sidewalk. Otherwise, I'm looking at some serious hard time, and you know I'll be taking you with me. Say I fell hard for those dirty blonde bangs, those doleful eyes, those corduroy skirts, and okay, finally, even the way you moved to Basking Ridge, New Jersey, December of '65, without breathing a word to anyone, not even to me, in the holiday assembly, when I was the top of the wobbling human Christmas tree, and you placed that cardboard star on my head with a kiss we never practiced in rehearsal. How could you know what you were lighting up forever, improvising one last piece of business that was nowhere in the script? Maybe no one told you either, or you didn't know how to say it. Maybe that day was your rendition of uncanny grace under pressure. I was 10 and thought I knew everything I could possibly want for Christmas for the rest of my life. I wanted you earlier in the alphabet, or taller, depending on any given day's meticulous instructions for lining up on our way to whatever came next. My faintest hope was always rained-out Jim, huddled inside, boy, girl, for almost an hour, no questions asked. God, I wanted you to realize how much it mattered too. Those were the days before love knew its own name, almost before hormones, in their nervous skirmishes at the borders of wherever we were. I don't know why, after so many years of everything I've put you through in words, silent partner in 1,000 schemes, or worse, my unwitting accomplice, you still keep coming back to me. As if it's been in your power to refuse, as if you've had anything to say. I'll confess again. I've used you, but I guess I'd like to think I haven't used you up completely. So here's my promise, at long last. You won't have to get dressed on short notice, hurry out of a house full of people who love you more for whatever you've become. No more questions of, what do I wear in this poem? What can he possibly want from me now? I'll leave you alone to look me up in your own quiet version of time. And people who insist on reading this before it gets to you can sigh and shake their heads if they want to, as long as they keep it moving while the world drones on through its baffling arithmetic, geography without end, through its far-flung chalky sense of history, while the radiators hiss and the clock lops off another minute. You're too far away to whisper all this in your ear. As long as they know this one's for Debbie Fuller, for old time's sake, for all the good it does, from the kid still making any promise he can get away with. It won't happen again, I swear, or your name's not Debbie Fuller. Debbie Fuller. It won't ever happen again.